Okay, hello and welcome, or welcome back to my dumpster fire corner of the internet. I am Mira, the irrational Mira, and I've struggled a lot with what I was doing with this video. First, with what exactly was the content of this video, and then with what was going to be the voiceover of it. Now, after being driven slightly mad, I have calmed down, and I am going to revert to something I do for fun on my own. The dogs are angry. The thing I like to do when I have a character, especially when I don't entirely understand them that well, is I like to take a story I already know and love, and plop that character down into the main character role, and then imagine how things would change because they're the ones as the main character instead of who was originally. So in this case, I'm taking Ashley, my character who is literally only purpose was to be a anime schoolgirl with a butterfly motif, and I'm plopping her down in the position to take over the role of Marinette in Miraculous Ladybug. This is going to be a lot of me discovering a lot about this character, as well as just explaining out in a whole AU where she is involved. And sprinkled in there is just going to be, like, minor things that I find annoying about the show that are going to change because it's my character writing out the universe. So yeah, let's start. First things first, a little bit of a background about the personality of Ashley. She's a very quiet and reserved girl, polite and cautious, and also very much a doormat. People tend to make assumptions about her and also, like, come up with their own, like, interpretations of what side of an argument she may be on, and then, like, parade around like she's the one who said it out loud, even though she literally just sat there quietly. That's her personality. She also loves bugs. Anything insectoid or arachnid, she loves them. She finds them intensely interesting. She has collections of like butterflies and moths and other types of insectoids in her room. She very much loves the scientific side of, like, classifications and whatnot. She also just typically likes things that are typically deemed creepy or scary, so she's very much a horror fanatic. And the last thing to know about her before anything is that her friendships are 100% different than Marinette's in the show. She used to be friends with Chloe. Now Chloe fucking hates her because of something that happened when they were younger. Most likely having to do with Ashley and a bug, because Chloe very much seems like a girl who would just get wildly angry if someone so much as holds a bug in her general vicinity. She also was, like, she's known quite a few of the kids, like Nino, Kim, and I want to pick just another random Nathaniel. Like, she's probably she's known the three of them for, like, a long period of time for, like, her whole school career. And she, like, almost everyone has a, like, kind of a vague idea of her as a person. She's not, like, wildly well known, and everyone's not her friend. In fact, it'd be, say, like, the only friend she has is probably Nathaniel, because the two of them probably just sit next to each other in silence. And it's just like, yep, that's them hanging out. Further on from that is the beginning of the story and how things ended up changing. So, she recruits the first day of school. She goes to school. She helps Master Fu, and he picks her to be the next Butterfly Miraculous. And she does get bullied by Chloe into sitting next to Alia. And Alia is, like, still the new girl, still, like, trying to hype up, like, you need to stand up for yourself, and, you know, superheroes and blah, 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 blah. Essentially talking Ashley's ear off about her own interests. And Ashley just sits there, doesn't even talk back. She's just like, okay, cool, I'll listen, because that's what she's used to doing. So when she ends up having, like, when they go home after, you know, Stoneheart attacks, she first kind of freaks out, like, wow, like, the first person who has a conversation with me, the topic of conversation just happens to happen in real life. That's not freaky at all. And then she meets Tiki, in which she doesn't initially freak out to, because, like, one, she's not that scared of bugs, and two, there's something intensely interesting about, like, tiny talking creature that's just, like, as much as you want to freak out, it's also, like, I want to stare at that and, like, absorb all the information. She initially agrees to go out as Ladybug under the proviso that she can give away the miraculous after they deal with Stoneheart, because she just doesn't want that responsibility. She is not a superhero type person. And Tiki agrees with her, and it's like, if that's what you really want, then you can do that. That's fine, as long as you deal with the situation right now. So they go out, they deal with Stoneheart. She does, in fact, she's very clumsy and not sure of herself. She's trying to hang back in all the fighting while Cat Noir is going, like, full force in there, trying to, like, come up with a finishing plan so everything can be over quickly. And she does manage to catch the Akuma afterwards, so she doesn't have to deal with Stoneheart 2.0, and they don't find out about Hawkmoth yet, which, you know, that's kind of a hitch in not everyone's plans, but it's okay. So she immediately, after that, it's like, okay, this was fun, like, it was freeing for, like, 10 seconds. I still don't want to be Ladybug. So every day afterwards, she's trying to give away her miraculous. She's, like, analyzing everyone in her class, trying to figure out who should have it best, and decides, like, Alia's probably the best person since she's so into superheroes. But each time she gets anywhere closer to giving Alia the miraculous, a new Akuma pops up, and she can't wait for Alia to find the thing and learn how it works. She just takes care of it and then goes back to trying to give it to her. And it goes on for a while, even going through Alia being akumatized, and she's still kind of very adamant that she does not deserve this miraculous. She doesn't want this responsibility. She wants to give it away. And it just keeps continuously getting out of hand until one point she doesn't show up at all for an Akuma battle. And then we do get the exposure to Hawkmoth, and she realizes, wow, she can't just keep putting off trying to give this to someone else. She needs to deal with all of this now. She needs to figure out who Hawkmoth is, and she just needs to deal with everything as it's given to her. And it just, as it goes on, it's been giving her, like, a confidence boost to dealing with other people in class. She's starting to, like, stand up and voice her opinions, and, like, stand up to Chloe bullying her, to stand up to anyone, like, making assumptions of her when she hasn't even spoken yet. And it like, a very interesting progression of her personality. And that essentially covers, like, the first season, I guess. I think the biggest difference that I put in there is that, like, there's no love square. Like, Adrian as Cat Noir can still have a huge crush on Ladybug. Ashley does not, because Ashley as a personality is very into ladies with muscles who can beat her up. That is her type. And she has yet to meet someone who fits her type. So this is essentially the end of the video. This is the final picture. I'm going to leave a link in the description to where I'm posting this picture. I'll also have links to everywhere else that I post stuff, and you can have, like, a good whatever time period you're in. Yeah.